to Just Crafting Around. I'm Kelly Brander and I will be your host. Today we are going to be doing a 3-tier stand. There was a handle on this, I took it off because it leaves the stuff that you put behind here, it kind of hides it. So we left this off. We are going to be decorating and I'm going to show you some of the things I did, and I'm also going to be telling you where I picked up some of the supplies for this. As you can see, it's fairly decent, and to get a full stand you do need quite a bit of stuff. Some of the stuff I made, some of the stuff I purchased. I go to the dollar store quite often and purchase stuff that they have. If you go there for their seasonal, you can get some pretty nice stuff. So let's get ready. And again, we're going to be doing March. We're going to do St. Patrick's Day. But before you get started, always remember the coffee. You always need coffee. Okay, let's get started. I am going to show some of the stuff here. Did get this at the dollar store. So this is a handy little tool, filler. Got this cute scarf, which I already cut. So I used some of this for material. So they had like 3 or 4 different kinds of scarves for $1. I mean, you can't even get this much fabric for $1. So dollar store people for the finds. Did have some styrofoam balls, and I did take the material, and these are what I use for fillers. Excellent for fillers. They're pretty nice size, they work good. Mod Podge. Take Mod Podge, put it on there, take your strips, and as many times as I've done this, I think I finally found a method that really does work good for me. I make, this is as wide as I make them, and I do it the full length of the material, and I keep the material on, and I put the Mod Podge on the ball, let it set for just a few seconds, take the material, put it on, put it down, and then cut it. I used to cut strips, not anymore. This is way better to do. So 2 different kinds of scarves. They actually had 3. Very cool. Okay, Mod Podge 2 of those. And you're going to see me Mod Podge these all the time because, like I said, filler. It's good to have a filler because you want it to look full. Okay, next thing that I had was just a plain plastic bottle, just plastic. Took some green paint, painted it, and then Hobby Lobby, that's where I got these here. It's wood shamrocks. So I took the wood shamrock, put it on a little doll, again, took a little, and I like the frayness of this, took a little bit of the fabric from here, put it on here, and there you have something to stack in. I'm going to show you these before we start putting them in. Okay, the other thing I found is just some string of beads, plain beads, green, good filler to have these all the time. Took a bottle like this. The bottle, I got this at Hobby Lobby for $1.50. Then I took and we found some buttons at the dollar store. So just put a little bit of twine on here and put a button on the front. Cute, good, another filler. Next, I went and found these at Hobby Lobby. Actually, my husband found these black, I think they're called cauldrons at Hobby Lobby, okay? These I found at the dollar store. I think you get 2 of these for $1. Again, can't go wrong with that. It says Happy St. Patrick's Day and has a shamrock on it. Pretty cool if you ask me. Okay, that will go in one of the cauldrons. And we'll shove that in. And then we're going to let a little bit stick out so that you can see it, because these are black. You can't really see. It's too dark of the color. So we're just going to leave a little bit hang out when we put it in there so that you can see what it is. Here's another one. And I got these, just these here coins, the dollar store again. You get some green and you get some gold ones. What I did was I hot glued some of these together so that they stand up in this cauldron so that you can see them. Okay, and these were like 6 of them for $4 and some cents. Use my 40% coupon at Hobby Lobby. The next thing is I have a bunch of these small embroidery hooks. So what I did was I took one of these embroidery wheels. I shouldn't say hook, it's an embroidery hoop. I took it and I just cut from a scarf, St. Patrick's Day scarf, and I put it in here. another filler. And just come up with different kinds of ideas. I got this at the dollar store. It was just a plain candle. It's an illuminating candle like that. So what I did was I had some ribbon already. So I took some ribbon and put it around here, and again took one of the wood shamrocks and just hot glued it to that. Pretty cool. Plus it's big, plus it's high. You want to look for different heights of stuff. If you see this, there's like different heights here. And that's what you want. You don't want everything to stay the same height. If you do, then you need to put something in the tray to make it stick up. Okay? Next thing. Okay, we talked about the buttons. I got 2 of these buttons, and I think you get like 10 of them, I believe, something like that. And they're just a button from the dollar store. They say different things, different kinds, different colors. So I put it in this little container. It's just a clear see-through container. The next thing I did was I found these as necklaces. In fact, this was hooked on to this. So I took it apart. I thought I can use these and this. So for $1, I actually got 2 of these. Pretty cool, I thought. Again, you turn them on. Oops. Have to pull this little guy. There we go. And it blinks. So if you want to have something blinky at night, and it blinks different. Blinks really fast, or it stays solid. So again, pretty cool. So I got a couple of those. This here is for the tree. Got over here. Then what I did was I did a few of these just plain. What these are just plain clothespins. And they don't come in this color. They're actually kind of like a bleached blonde color. And I took them and I stained them a little bit to give them a little bit different color. Then I took some of the fabric, just wrapped it around and tied it. Then I took some of the embroidery thread, wrapped it around and just tied it so that I had variations of how it looks. Again, simple, very easy to do. Take them and put them in a jar. As you can see, this jar is a little stouty color, and yet something a little bit different. Does this mean anything, a clothespin? No, but it's just something. It's something to put in there that gives it a little bit of a different look. Okay. The next thing is, of course, like I had talked before, is all of these. I mean, you get a lot of the coins for $1. Lots of them. They come in green, they come in gold, or they come in green and gold. So again, just going to put them in a little mason jar. The other thing I have here is I have daughters that have birthdays in March. So what I'm going to do is each time we have a birthday, I am going to do their letter in here. I've got a Katie and a Kaylin who are twins, and their birthday is on the 18th of March. So what I did is these are actually paper mache. So what I did with them is I painted them, and then I sanded them a little bit, and then I took a little bit of stain and stained them so that they look kind of grungy. Before I stained them, I actually used some paste. It's not really, it's a paste. It's not a glue, it's a paste. And I put that over the top, and I used a stencil and I stenciled it on here. Then when I went over the top, I didn't use the paint. I painted first, done all that. I sanded it just a little bit after it was dry because it dries really hard and it dries fast. I just took a little bit of sandpaper, sanded over the top of it, and then came over the top of it with the stain, and that's how it turned out. Daughter Katie, daughter Kaylin. And it was funny because I emailed them and I said, what are your favorite colors? Okay, Kaylin emailed me back and said gray, black, and white. The other one emailed me back almost instantly, gray, black and white. It's kind of like deja vu. Okay, the next thing I did was, okay, they always say you're lucky on St. Patrick's Day. Again, just paper mache. I got this on sale. That they had most of these, they had the letters in this size on sale at Hobby Lobby. I believe I paid $1 for them. Cheap enough. The wording here, I just use, it looks like ucky, but with the L, it makes lucky. So then I just put a little shamrock on the bottom here. Okay, it's another piece. Other thing I have here is, and don't be scared to do this, Christmas ornaments. Hey, you can use those year round. If you've got red and blue, 4th of July, Veterans Day, whatever. So I've got gold and I got different colors of greens. So we're going to add those to our little stout jar that we have. Fillers is always the biggest thing to try to find. And then when I was done, I actually took a picture of it so that I knew where I put everything. What I do is I put it in here and I walk around it about 50 times a day. Trust me, 50 times, well, maybe not a day, but I walk around it, I look at it, and then I'll move things and I'll do this and I'll do that. Drives my husband crazy, but hey, that is just how it goes. Okay, what's really cool too is because you know that the 17th is always going to be St. Patrick's Day. And how I know that is because my daughters were born on the 18th. So what do? They celebrate on the 17th. So I always get to remember St. Patrick's Day. So I just took a bunch of ones, a bunch of sevens, painted them, took them, put them in this clover box, and then put some little shamrock toothpicks in here. And also found the shamrocks at Hobby Lobby. Use my 50% off or my 40% off. And they have little sticks like this that you can take and stick in something. I put a little foam on the bottom here so that I could stick everything in. But I used wood doll sticks for these, and then I hot glued them on here, and then I put them in the container. Okay. And I just found one of these that I thought was cool. I guess I like wood. So I found this plain, simple, and I didn't want to paint it because as you can see, everything else is green. Okay, the other thing, just put a little bit of gold in a little jar like this, gold glitter, just to put somewhere. Okay, the other thing, last but not least, in my bag of stuff, I put together a march. And what I did was I have some old knobs at home. This fits absolutely perfect on this square doll to put on a knob. You know, the other thing that you can do is during Christmas time, if you have any doorknobs like this, is you can take those brush, I think they're called brush trees, take them, poke out the little stem that it has there, and put them in your old knobs. They look so cool in there.
Valley is now offering updated digital TV packages and prices. Ask us about the brand new Choice TV package. Call Valley today at 437-2615.
Okay, what we're going to do is I usually take this stuff and put it in, and then I hide. What I use this stuff for here is like hide my blocks of wood that I have because I have different sizes of blocks of wood. Today I'm going to have to improvise with something because my blocks of wood that I normally use I left at home because I'm working on Mother's Day stuff now. So I want to put this in here. And then like I said, for $1, I had to get this. So just fluff it around up here. And then I'm going to start putting stuff in. Okay. You see that my sides are like that. So let's put this in first. I'm going to put the march in here. And yes, you're going to have to move the stuff. Okay. Let's see, what did I have beside it? I have this beside it. And like I said, you're going to be doing this and you're going to take it apart and you're going to find something else that you like better. And it's just how it goes. course, something comes out and you have to readjust. Okay, I'm gonna have to come around the corner too and look to see what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to put this jar in front. So, use something like this, hide it, stand it up here, try to get as close to the deal as you can. Yep. Okay, and then we have this. Kind of looking at my deal a little bit here to see how I have them. Because I want to try to get them because I really did like that. There we go. Stand back a little bit different. And you give me this to stick in here. I use lids too, to get things to stick up a little bit better. But this is what containers is what I'm stuck with using right now, which is okay. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Like I said, I have to look at my stuff here to see kind of how I have things setting. Have this in the back, and it doesn't have to be exactly that. It can be however you want it. I just had it looking really good at that time, so I want to keep that up. Okay. This I put back here to stabilize this thing. This thing wants to rock around back here, so we're going to do something to keep that more stable. There we go. You can see it's just more or less playing around till you get it exactly the way you want it. And then you play some more. There we go. This right here. I think I have to start reminding myself to do more notes so that I don't forget half my stuff. There we go. Much better. Okay. Next we're going to put one of the caves back here. And I like to leave it open in the back because a lot of times that's where you put your stuff. You kind of make it a little bit more scrunchy in the back, and then if you've got to open it up, you can do that like that to, you know, lay it in and then put it around. Put it around here as I have that in there. And especially like with your letters and your stuff like that, they just sit much nicer if they're not sitting on something. The other thing that you can do is with these letters, you could actually take some magnets and put the magnets on the bottom here, and then they would stay really good. So that's another thing that you could do. So we'll get a cam there. We'll put some of these around. I'm going to use one of the cauldrons up here. And I'll let it hang out like this. Why does stuff always work better when you're not on TV? That happens to me a lot. I'm at home and I think, okay, now what I got to do is remember to do this and remember to do that. But then you know what? I go on to another program and it's all of a sudden, I forgot what I was supposed to remember. Okay, I need another one of these for under here. So we got to get this little thing to stand up good. Okay, so we're going to put it back so that we have some height.
Blazing fast broadband internet from Valley is now available and better than ever. Let us help you decide which speed is best for you. The 50 meg speed would be sufficient for 1 to 4 devices, mainly emailing and surfing the web. Our 100 meg speed works great for 5 to 8 devices and multiple users streaming and downloading video. If you have 8 devices or more that are simultaneously streaming or gaming, or if you have a medium-sized business, the 250 meg speed would work best for you. For extreme heavy home or work from home use, or if you have a medium to large business using 15 or more devices, you may want to consider our 500 meg download speed to fit your needs. And if you're a home or business that needs it all, we have our 1000 meg 1 gig broadband internet speed. Call our office today at 437-2615 and talk with one of our staff members to pick the speed that's best for you.
Okay, like I said, here's the cauldron. What I did so I didn't have to put so many coins and stuff in here is I put a little bit of bubble wrap in here. You can put anything in there that you want. Scrunch a bag in there. And like I said, I glued a couple of these together so that they'd stand up, because when you just put one in there, you could hardly see them, and I want them to stand up a little bit. Then we're going to take one of these, throw it in here, let it stand up. Just going to put this in here. I always like to bring things as close to the front as possible, and then you can just do fillers in between it all. These here things are really cool. I like these. Some of the stuff you can see, but it's kind of intriguing because you have to look for it, which I think is really cool. And where did I have these? Oh, okay. Excuse me. I had them right in here. I have this sitting right here. And like I said, you'll walk past this 100 times until you decide that this is the way you wanted it. But the fun of putting these together. I love putting these together. I have had so much fun doing this. My husband thinks I'm crazy, but that's okay. I'm going to let a little bit of this hang down just because it's cool. Let some feathers hang out just because it looks cool like that. And the more stuff you have, the more powerful it looks. Now, I could take these and throw them around here, and I can do that and just pull the stem off if I wanted to. Need to get this little guy up in the air a little bit. There we go. Excellent. And you know what? The more I move the stuff around, the more it's starting to look a little bit better all the time. Still gonna try to put him in because I made him and he's gone in. Plus, you need a little bit more height back here. There. Now I think with all the messing around, I do believe we have a centerpiece for St. Patrick's Day. Or what I like as a centerpiece for St. Patrick's Day. You can do many, many different things. I mean, there is so much out there that you can do. Go into the different hobby stores, see what you can find. Everybody has different sales. Hobby Lobby had a clearance the other day. I went into the clearance and I picked out a bunch of stuff, and they had it 75% off. Stuff that I use, stuff that I buy, stuff that I can use. Loved it. I had a field day with everything. Go into your different stores if you've got time and look. I go into the dollar store. I go to Bismarck, I go into the dollar store, I go into Joann's Fabrics, I go into Hobby Lobby. I check out the other, like instead of the dollar store, they have like $3 and $5 and those kinds of deals because they have different things in them. Go in there and look around and shop and see what you can find. It's amazing what you can find for $1 that you can use. Thanks for tuning in to Just Crafting Around. If you would like to be a host on the show, please give us a call at 437-2615. And again, thanks for tuning in.